Terrorists are tech-savvy. You thought terrorists were merely a bunch of illiterates? You are wrong. Hi, so today I'll be giving you a summary and a review of the recently published policy paper by the Policy Center of the New South. I've been particularly excited about this paper and waiting anxiously so I can make review and a summary of the paper. The report generally highlights how the use of drone is changing the trends of terrorism in the Sahel region. According to the report, the JNIM and FLA terrorist group in Mali have increasingly used drone over the years for coordinated attacks, propaganda, and also surveillance. JNIM in, in particular introduced its use of drone in 2023. However, over the years, the use of drone by this group has evolved by 82%. Both groups are not the only terrorist group that use drone for its operations, both regionally and globally. Groups in the region like Boko Haram, Al-Shabaab, and ISWAP have also adopted the use of drones. However, the use of drones by this group so far has been for mainly propaganda and surveillance. But the use of drone by JNIM and FLA has gone beyond propaganda and surveillance. In fact, it has been used consistently and sustained for operations and attacks in general. The use of drone by both groups has advanced with the introduction of AI. The introduction of AI has assisted this group to launch drones that goes undetected under the radar. The fear here is that the use of drone can shape the operations of this terrorist group into urban regions where fatalities can be massive. The policy paper made valuable recommendations for the military and the security agencies in the Sahel, which I am hoping that they will adopt in their operation. What caught my attention in this policy paper is the joint operations by JNIM and FLA in attacks against the Malian military. Another peculiar thing that caught my attention is the suggestion that the use of drone by this terrorist group might be an inspiration from the Burkina Faso military, which means they also understand the principle of learning from your enemy. In general, my major deduction from this report is that drone is not only assisting terrorist groups in their attack, but it is also assisting in the expansion of this terrorist group beyond Mali into Togo and mostly the coastal region. Also, another major deduction is that the use of drone is a cheaper and a safer method of operation for this group compared to the use of foot soldiers. One thing I would have loved to see in this report is the attacks by these groups in previous years, particularly prior to the introduction of drones in their operation, to compare if the use of drone has assisted this group in escalating their attacks over the years. So guys, here, this is the summary of the policy paper. I encourage you to read it with the link attached and have more insight.